There is a strange pattern in human life. Money rarely disappears in one dramatic moment. It leaves quietly. A forgotten subscription. A purchase made to change a mood. A decision delayed until it becomes expensive. A promise to invest next month. A habit repeated so often that it becomes invisible. Then, one day, a person looks at years of work and wonders where the money went. The ancient Japanese understood that wealth did not begin in the marketplace. It began in the mind. A calm mind could protect a small fortune. A chaotic mind could destroy a large one. That may be why money seems to flee some people, no matter how much they earn. To understand why, we must return to Edo period Japan, to a world of merchants, ledgers, rice markets, and uncertain trade. In Osaka and Edo, merchant families learned to survive in an economy that could turn without warning. Prices shifted, warehouses burned, harvests failed, political rules changed. Credit could strengthen a household or ruin it. The successful merchant did not merely count coins. He trained his attention. Many merchant houses kept detailed records, controlled household spending, preserved reserves, and taught the next generation that reputation and restraint were forms of capital. Their wealth depended on disciplined decisions. This discipline reflected a deeper Japanese principle: order outside begins with order within. Zen did not offer a system for becoming rich. Its concern was clarity. It taught people to observe desire without immediately obeying it, to separate what is necessary from what is distracting, and to act with intention rather than impulse. For money, this distinction is everything. A chaotic mind confuses urgency with importance. It feels a desire and calls it a need. It sees another person's lifestyle and mistakes comparison for ambition. It fears missing an opportunity and mistakes movement for progress. The disciplined merchant understood that dangerous financial decisions often arrive wearing the clothing of emotion. Excitement can look like opportunity. Anxiety can look like preparation. Status can look like success. Comfort can look like necessity. But the ledger eventually removes the disguise. Numbers do not care why a purchase was made. They only record that the money is gone. This is why keeping accounts carried more meaning than bookkeeping. A ledger was a mirror. It forced a household to see the difference between intention and reality. Modern behavioral economics describes the same problem differently. Present bias makes today's reward feel more valuable than tomorrow's larger reward. Loss aversion makes a loss feel more painful than an equal gain feels satisfying. Mental accounting makes people treat money differently depending on where it came from, even though every dollar carries an opportunity cost. The Edo merchant did not know these terms, but he lived with their consequences. He knew that a profitable season could create dangerous confidence. A good year could encourage a permanent lifestyle increase from temporary income. Pride could turn a useful loan into a burden, and careless consumption could weaken a household before anyone noticed. So merchant families built structures around human weakness. Expenses were recorded. Reserves were protected. Business capital was separated from household display. Children learned the source of the family's prosperity, not merely its appearance. This is one of the oldest truths in wealth preservation. Discipline should not depend on mood. A calm financial system is more reliable than a strong intention. Today, many people try to manage money through willpower. They promise to spend less, save more, and invest consistently. But they leave every decision open. Every advertisement becomes a negotiation. Every sale becomes a temptation. Every difficult day becomes permission to spend. This is financial chaos, not because the person lacks intelligence, but because the environment demands too many decisions. The Zen response is not endless resistance. It is removal. Remove unnecessary choices. Remove subscriptions that no longer serve you. Remove browsing when you are bored. Remove the social pressure that turns other people's purchases into your obligations. Minimalism is not an aesthetic. It is a defense against scattered attention. The fewer false needs you carry, the more power remains for true priorities. This leads to opportunity cost. Every dollar has more than one possible future. It can become temporary pleasure. It can reduce debt. It can protect against an emergency. It can be invested and allowed to compound. It can become time, freedom, education, or security for a future family. The cost of spending is not only what leaves your account, it is also what that money can no longer become. Edo merchants understood this instinctively. Capital used for display could not purchase inventory. Money trapped in luxury could not strengthen the business during a weak season. A household that consumed every good year had no protection when the bad year arrived. Modern investors face the same principle. Compound wealth is not created by excitement. It is created by repeated survival. An investment cannot compound if it is constantly interrupted by panic, emergencies, or impulsive withdrawals. Long-term thinking requires building a life that allows the money to remain invested. This is where samurai discipline offers another useful image. The disciplined warrior was not admired because he moved constantly. He was admired because he could remain still until movement was necessary. Financial maturity has the same quality. Not every market movement requires a reaction. Not every new product deserves attention. Not every rise in income requires a rise in lifestyle. Not every desire deserves a purchase. The ability to do nothing can be economically powerful, but modern consumer culture treats stillness as failure. It tells us that identity must be displayed, comfort upgraded, and progress made visible. It turns dissatisfaction into a business model. The chaotic mind becomes the perfect customer. It buys to escape boredom. It spends to repair insecurity. It upgrades to avoid feeling behind. It confuses ownership with achievement. Because the emotional reward fades quickly, the cycle begins again. Financial peace does not come from never wanting anything. It comes from understanding which desires are worth obeying. A practical system begins with observation. For 1 month, study your spending without shame. Do not begin by trying to become a different person. Begin by seeing the person your transactions already reveal. Look for emotional patterns. What do you buy when you are tired? What do you buy after seeing someone else succeed? Which expenses make life better, and which merely create a brief change in feeling? Then create order. Separate essential expenses, long-term investing, emergency reserves, and discretionary spending. Automate the decisions that protect your future. Give your priorities money before your impulses can claim it. Create a waiting period for non-essential purchases. A day may be enough for small decisions. A week may be better for larger ones. Time weakens many false desires. Protect a margin between what you earn and what you consume. That margin is not unused money. It is resilience. It allows you to survive disruption, avoid desperate decisions, and continue investing when conditions become uncertain. Finally, define enough. Without a definition of enough, every achievement becomes the beginning of a new appetite. The merchant who never knew enough could risk a stable house for unnecessary expansion. The modern worker can do the same through lifestyle inflation, debt, speculation, or permanent comparison. Enough does not mean abandoning ambition. It means giving ambition a boundary so it does not consume the life it was meant to improve. The Zen secret to financial peace is simple. Money follows attention. When attention is scattered, money is scattered. When desire controls the mind, consumption controls the future. But when the mind becomes orderly, patient, and clear, money gains direction. The goal is not to worship wealth. It is to prevent chaos from deciding what your years of labor will become. A peaceful financial life is not built through one perfect decision. It is built through hundreds of quiet decisions that no one else sees. A purchase delayed, a reserve protected, an investment left undisturbed, a need questioned, a future remembered. The ancient merchant closed his ledger at the end of the day, but the true account was larger than coins. It measured discipline. It measured judgment. It measured whether today had strengthened or weakened tomorrow. And perhaps that is the question every financial decision should answer. Not, can I afford this now? But, what kind of future is this decision quietly creating?